I honestly believe we may be living in a new golden age of pinball because Pulp Fiction, the pinball machine, literally just dropped today as of recording this video. And as of recording this video, within a week and a half, we've had like 4 or 5 different pinball machine manufacturers releasing amazing games. What a time to be alive. Literally, Stern Pinball just released, we made a video about it the other day, the Foo Fighters. And then, of course, we've got Jersey Jack Pinball, who just released The Godfather. Pulp Fiction, as we know. There's another company doing Scooby-Doo, and there's another company as well doing something else that isn't an original, that is an original theme. It's absolutely a crazy time to be alive. As of recording this, I actually ended up watching Pulp Fiction, the movie, probably like the 10th time in my life now, tonight. Fantastic film. Just wanted to touch base and get an understanding of it again. In fact, I got a little too excited that I ended up putting a gold watch up my arse. So, let's talk about this today. It's a movie reference. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then hey, I'm a weirdo if you don't know what I'm talking about. This is going to be the poster for this machine, and I have a thing for pinball posters. I've got a few in my room. I should probably show you guys someday, but one of them is Medieval Madness, Twilight Zone pinball poster. I kind of like them. They're beautiful pieces of art in their own right. And especially when you can't afford a machine, I mean, that's the next best thing, isn't it? Let's have a look. So this is this poster, if anyone's interested. This is going to be the other poster. Pulp Fiction. Classic playfield. Custom hand-drawn artwork. Very, very cool. And my God, I'm just going to say it right now. This machine looks... Should I say it? It looks like a bad motherfucker. No? Yeah? No? Okay, I'm going to stop now. Mark Ritchie is going to be the game designer for this machine. He's been away from pinball for a little while now. He's got a very successful brother called... I can't remember his name. What's his name? Ritchie, the King of Flow. Steve Ritchie. I forgot his name for a second there. Steve Ritchie's been making quite a few more games than Mark Ritchie, but Mark has definitely made an impact in the pinball community over the years. 2 of my favorites are Fishtails and Indiana Jones. He's made Indiana Jones. I mean, fuck. What a guy, right? His last one seemed to be Kingpin in 1996. And even Big Bang Bar, right? Wow. That's like one of the most sought after pinball machines because they made so few of them, didn't they? They're like $20,000 or more to buy it. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, his last game was in 1996. His newest is 2023. So, I mean, the legend's back. Winning. Now, straight down the middle. We talked about them in the last Godfather situation episode that we did a video about. Every time, well, it seems like almost every time a new pinball comes out, they make an amazing video. And I just finished watching this Pulp Fiction pinball from straight down the middle. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Fantastic interviews. They always do such a great job. Before we review some more of the photos, if that sounds interesting to you, we're probably a little delayed, but, you know, come subscribe, you know, if you want. All right? Let's watch the trailer right now and see what it does. Says does. I may have to mute it at times.
Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
I'm going to have to mute that for obvious reasons. We don't want a copyright claim. There's Mark Ritchie. And the man is back. Now, I do have some potential issues with this game. I will talk about that in a second. I do mainly want to focus on the good, because bringing out a new game is obviously a good thing, right? We're increasing the library of pinball games that are out there. These people, these amazing designers are increasing the hobby and making it even bigger and better again. So I'm absolutely all for that. But I do want to delve into this design a little in a second. Now, I have seen this video before like a few times, actually. I was kind of like, you know, fantasizing about what I can't afford. But I fantasized I've fantasized. Don't you worry. I've fantasized with that gold watch. I love this the gold, whatever it may be in the suitcase situation. Of course, we don't know what's in the suitcase, but that just makes it a bit of a mystery that we will never know kind of thing. Gets us talking. It's a good situation. I think they're called MacGuffins. In movies, they're called MacGuffins, right? Something that the protagonist is trying to get, right? I really, really love this Pinball Topper. In fact, it's probably one of the most amazing toppers I've ever seen. Really, really love it. And apparently it's only on the LE, so I've heard. So, I mean, get the LE or don't get anything in my is my would be my take for that situation. To have this pinball machine without the topper, I mean, it's blasphemy, honestly. Let's face it. Let's have a look at this. So this is Chicago Gaming Company. This is the people that are making this game. Just a quick little read on and off from some of these lines. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Pulp Fiction is a retro. This is going to be the key thing. Is a retro-inspired, full-featured, modern pinball machine. It's developed at the request of Quentin Tarantino himself. So that's absolutely crazy, right? That's awesome. It kind of reminds me of Slash when he had input making Guns N' Roses at Jersey Jack Pinball. That was really, really cool that he got involved with that. I mean, what a game that was, right? Though I might say it does get a bit of hate for some reason. I don't see the hate myself. I think it's a fantastic game. So Quentin Tarantino wanted a 1980s style Pulp Fiction themed pinball machine for his home, apparently. Tarantino's continued involvement throughout the project shaped the final game, so that's really, really cool, right? Or is it? I'll get to that in a second. Tarantino rarely licenses his intellectual property, apparently, so it's a unique privilege to produce a game which plays tribute to this masterpiece. Legendary pinball designer, there he is right now, Mark Ritchie, masterfully created a playfield which on its surface appears comparable to games from the era, but outside of initial perception features more mechanisms and greater depth than most games produced today. So if that's true, wow, that's awesome. So there must be a lot of mechanical goodness underneath the playfield. If you guys want to read a bit more, please do, but I mean, that's really, really cool. It utilizes over 250 iconic lines from Pulp Fiction's legendary cast. What a fucking movie. Truly an incredible film. Quentin Tarantino is probably one of my favorite directors. Probably in the top 5. I think probably James Cameron's my number 1. Josh Sharp got involved. The game was developed in a collaboration between Play Mechanics and Chicago Gaming Company. So there we go. It features original, time-tested Williams standard pinball mechanisms and highly reliable Chicago Gaming Company electronics, which gives us the confidence, so they say, to provide the longest warranties in the industry, up to 8 times longer than most manufacturers. I actually had no idea. So maybe that's why Stern Pinball has so many playfield problems, because... Oh, I'm sorry, did I just flick your ear then? I'm sorry about that. Because after the warranty's over, who cares? Maybe, is that the philosophy? I don't know. I'm just fucking around, or am I? I don't know. I don't have a Stern. Anyway, Pulp Fiction. Let's go to the next web page because I want to show you this one probably a bit better. Let's go down here and have a look. So we've seen the trailer, obviously, and we'll just slowly push the image over there, and I guess we'll slowly scroll down. So the LE is the one with the topper, and I can maybe show you the topper over here. There it is. So this is absolutely incredible. I really, really think that the people involved for that topper alone, I mean, that is such an amazing invention. Visually speaking, wow. After seeing the release of the game, I then, like I said, I then watched the movie for like the 10th time, for example. And when they started this dance scene, all I could think about was the playfield, the pinball topper, right? So that's seriously cool. You do see a lot of 3-dimensional sculptures of people over the years, of movie famous people, and a lot of these sculptures over the years have been, in some cases, have been absolutely fucking terrible. The sculptures look nothing like the actual actress or the actor. I mean, it could be a superhero movie or whatever. They just don't look like the person. Some of those waxworks figures that you see at dodgy wax museums around the world, right? The ones that nobody kind of goes to, like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But this is not the case, it would seem, in this situation. They actually look pretty on point, truthfully. I really like the side artwork. Now, this is what I was saying, especially regarding, just going back up to here again, just going to quickly scroll up to the top. So, reading just one little second again. Developed at the request of Quentin Tarantino, who wanted a 1980s style Pulp Fiction themed pinball machine for his home, and obviously, you know, a lot more people will get it as well, right? So when I initially saw this, as much as I love and respect my catcher's pill, you alright, puss? God, I wish I had that on camera. I wish I had that on camera. As much as I love and respect older pinball machines, I'm definitely of the generation of, you know, the newer huge LCD panel for the back of the Jersey Jack pinball machines, or even the smaller LCD screens for Stern, for example. You know, and of course a game with ramps and twists and turns and ramps and wireforms. I mean, yes, give me that fucking shit. Take my money. Shut up. Take my non-existent money. I mean, I'm all about that. So when I initially saw this, my first thoughts, not anymore I might say, but my first thoughts were, what the fuck did they do this particular 1970s, early 1980s look for with the alphanumeric display? Now, obviously, Quentin Tarantino wanted it that way. God damn you, Quentin. But it still looks cool. Now that I've come to see it for what it is, it obviously has the older theme behind it, and I definitely have a better appreciation, I guess, for what it actually is. So this is the non-LE, no topper. I mean, it would just really, in my personal opinion, it would really fucking suck to not have a topper like that. That topper is miles ahead of anything that I've seen in a long time. A truly incredible looking topper. Like if you bought this version, which is the, I don't know what it is, well, standard edition, special edition. If you bought this particular version, could you then later buy the topper for an extra price? I don't know. But even this older design has the older coin door situation. Now, normal pinball machines have the start button on the left. Now, as you guys can see, there is no start button on the left. Even on the, you know, the more expensive one, the limited edition, does not have it. So obviously, if you're looking for the start button, I'm guessing it's going to be there. I'm pretty sure when I've been to pinball expos in the past, where I live in Australia, I've seen the older games with the start button on the door. At some point in the history, game manufacturers started to put the start button there, but that's where they originally were. So they've kept up with that design by putting the button there, and obviously the button has a LED light, as well as having LED lights all over the playfield, which is awesome. I'm really glad they didn't keep the old-fashioned, what's it called? The light bulbs, the old-fashioned ones? I just had the name. Not LEDs, but incandescent. I'm really glad they didn't put incandescent light bulbs in here, because it just would have tipped it over the edge for me completely. Like, god damn, why do that? So they have put RGB lights in here, and they are able to, in a lot of areas, I don't know if all the areas, but they are able to, in a lot of areas, make the lights any color they want completely, right? So that's really, really cool. Going down a bit further. Now, regarding the actual playfield itself, it's good, in my opinion. Now, therefore, this is just my opinion. I mean, who cares about me, right? It looks okay, but it kind of looks like an older game called Diner. This is this game called Dino. I don't know if you guys have ever played it. I'm sure a lot of people have. If you love pinball, that is, you probably have seen it out in the wild at some point. It's a great game. I do like Dino, and I think this is a Mark Ritchie. No, Steve Ritchie. This could be a Steve Ritchie game. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think this could be Steve Ritchie. But it's giving me, at least the art packages, at least it's giving me Dino vibes. So I'm not huge on the art package. In fact, it looks a little visually bombarding me with too much Technicolor. Do you know what I mean? You know those old-fashioned TVs where the TVs we all used to have as kids, most people that are old enough, we used to have those CRT TVs. CRT, is that what it's called? But sometimes you had the color on. You turn the dial, right? Because that's how old-fashioned I am, apparently. You turn the dial and the color comes brighter and brighter, right? Some of those TVs had the color really max, and it looked overly saturated with color. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting in this situation. Obviously, that's just me. Everyone's got their own opinion. I do like what this game has, but it's just the art package is a bit meh. Too much saturation of color. Old-fashioned, Photoshop-y looking situation. That's just me. Bad Mother Flipper. So this is a play on words, obviously. Bad Motherfucker from the movie. This is going to be the limited edition, 1 of 1,000. So obviously, I mean, this is obviously going to sell out, right? There's no way it wouldn't. In my opinion, this is at some point going to sell out. Potentially already has. I have no idea what the demand is for such a game. Obviously a great theme, but it has the older-fashioned style and vibe to it. We got the Royale with cheese hamburger, which is kind of cool. Bad Mother Flipper again, limited edition. So we got the older style speaker grill. Cool, I guess. But I'm definitely of a newer generation. I'm a huge fan of 90s Bally Williams, even a bit of Sega, a bit of Data East. Definitely the 90s were definitely the golden age of pinball, and they had some incredible themes. A lot of them were original themes, like Medieval Madness and White Water and stuff like that. Twilight Zone is my absolute 100% favorite theme ever. I kind of like wide-body pinball machines. I don't know, a lot of people don't for some reason, probably because of the way the ball shoots in the game, but that's, everyone's different, right? This is the watch in... Oh, it's got Ritchie. Look at that. As I talk about someone's ass, apparently, this has got Ritchie written on the watch. That's awesome. Huh. That's really, really clever. What was his name, the actor who had the watch up there? Can't remember his name now. Let's have a quick look. I've got it over here. Where is it? Where is he? Christopher Walken. There we go. That's Christopher Walken's 5-year-old up his bum watch. Actually, no, it was... No. It was 2 years up his bum. I don't know why I'm talking about this. And then 5 years up someone else's bum. So a combined total of 7 years in people's bottoms, apparently, according to the movie. That was actually Bruce Willis's father who had it up for 5 years. And not that you guys need to know this, but that's just what's happening in the film, right? There's honestly too much bum talk in this video so far, but all right, I'll try and tone it down. I'm just going to try. I can't promise. But the sculptured John Travolta sculptured thing is pretty cool. But of course, the suitcase that has the Tony suitcase that comes up in the light, absolutely awesome. That's awesome. I really, really like that. In a way, I wish they would have been able to have the ball come out and it being interactive. Like, as much as I love playfield toys that move and do stuff, I really, really love a pinball machine that actually has a toy that interacts with the ball, whether it be magnetic, physical. Well, that's pretty much the only two ways it can interact with the ball, I guess. You can grapple the ball, or the ball can come out of, like in the newer Indiana Jones from Stern. I'm not too sure who did that one. Was it Mark? Was it Steve Ritchie? I'm not really sure. But the Lost Ark in that game had all the balls coming out of the Ark, just like the ghosts in that movie, Indiana Jones movie. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, awesome. Shame there's no actual ball coming out or something like that, but still really, really cool. A little obnoxious, this art color situation. That's just my opinion. But still looks very, very cool. And I definitely appreciate it for what it is. I really like ball areas like that where the ball comes in and hits. I can't remember the names of those things, but to have actual things that go, drop targets, to have actual drop targets that go in and out, that's a major win for me. If it's a static drop target that doesn't actually drop, what are those things called? Static targets? I don't know. I'm not really big on them. The more physical contact we have with the ball, the better. And I think that's awesome. So I like what they've done there. Now, obviously, we've seen that before, so we'll go up a bit more. Pulp Fiction Matrix. Can we read all that? There might be another one over here. Let's go over here for a second. I'm going to scroll down real quick. Look at my face if it's making you blurred. Blurred? I don't know what the word is. This is probably a more in focus Pulp Fiction feature matrix situation. So all these features come... I'm going to remove my face for a second. All of these features from here are for all the models, right? And then going down from this point onwards, all of these features are for the LE only. This one comes with the all models. So yeah, definitely the... Where is it? Right here. We're getting the topper. Is definitely just for the LE, which is a little sad. Honestly, if I was to really fork out the money and get this game, which I honestly might someday. It's a fantastic looking game. The only reason I'd want to get it would be to have that game with the topper. I can't imagine getting this game without it. If you had this game without the topper, it would just be so, honestly, a little depressing, truly. So hopefully they end up selling this topper as an aftermarket thing so you can buy it for your non-LE game. Let's go down here a bit more. Really blurry image quality there for some reason. Not really sure why that is. But that's a bit more information if you are interested in that. Can't really tell what's going on though. How to play the rule set. Skill shot. I really can't read it. It's just really blurry, unfortunately. Going down a bit more. We've got the magnet on the right and a static drop target. There's the watch with Ritchie on it. Might zoom out a little so you guys can see a bit better. That's better. John Travolta on the right. Pop bumper. I can't even say it. Pop bumper. And now I wanted to say about this. Obviously, older pinball machines, kind of like one we were just talking about, Dyna. They have lights that go behind the faces, right? And the lights are behind like a square or a rectangle area. Now the same thing's happening here, where we have a lot of light bleeding. That's probably the better word I'm looking for. We have a lot of light bleeding behind the area, so you can see where the actual cut is. The cutout is behind the art. It is what it is. It's the theme. It's the older styled theme. It is what it is, but I'm not really a big fan on that. But there you go. Going down a bit more. So look, there's that start button. Not sure what I've just done there. Let's get out of that. There's the start button, and it's going to be right next to the plunger. I've got my plunger right here, actually. One second. I've got it. I usually show you my plunger every time I make a video. Not all the time, but this is my Twilight Zone plunger that I bought. I'm actually making a pinball machine, a wide body pinball machine based on the Twilight Zone. The cabinet is based on Twilight Zone wide body, but the theme is actually Breaking Bad. It's a kind of a slow-ass work in progress. I've been doing it for years now. It's actually in the corner of my studio. Someday I will make a video about that. Definitely not today, though. This definitely reminds me of early 1960s, 1970s, 1980s games where they have the ball from the plunger that goes all the way to the top and goes there. It's kind of cool. Now, obviously, Quentin wanted a game that was older, and we've obviously been down that path. We've talked about that. But yeah, can you imagine if this theme did actually have an LCD screen there? Wow, all the film clips that could have been put there, which makes me think that, look, aftermarket third-party manufacturers may end up building a custom LCD screen for this game and having, well, the movie clips, right? That would be really, really cool on this LCD screen. I'm not too sure where the screen could be put, but I'm sure people a lot smarter than me would find out a good location for it. But you know, I'm pretty sure someone will do that at some point. It would be the right thing to do, I think. It just really emphasized the game even more, right? Just showing you those key moments of Mia getting stabbed by the needle and stuff like that. That'd be really, really cool. Jack Rabbit. That's the bar that they go in. Absolutely love that topper. I can't say it enough. Really, really awesome. It's just a visually beautiful thing to look at. And they've got like one little ball track that goes up to the behind the playfield area. There's those pop. What's the name again? Drop targets that go up to that ramp. Not the ramp, but the enclosed area. If you're a claustrophobic ball, if your ball was claustrophobic, it wouldn't like being in that area. Just a reference, but stupid reference. But there you go. Pawn shop. I mean, that's where the gimp's gonna get you. That's where Z's gonna come. And he's going to be doing bad motherfucking things, let's face it. So I'm really glad that, what's their names? I'm trying to think of their names. I'm really glad that he and Bruce Willis got out of that situation. No one likes those naughty things. Vintage inspired experience. State-of-the-art pinball. 250 plus iconic lines of dialogue from 19 legacy characters, which is awesome. I'm really glad that they ended up getting, I'm guessing they ended up getting a lot of the rights to these people's faces. How awesome is this? Uma Thurman and all that, right? I mean, even Quentin Tarantino, my cat just jumped back up. Even Quentin Tarantino's in the game. I'll quickly find a photo in a second. Where are we? Let's have a quick look. Where's Quentin? Come on, mate. I need that Quentin photo. I mean, there he is right there, Jimmy. You guys aren't even looking what I'm looking at. That was really depressing for a second there. We're filming these videos live. If you guys don't know, no editing is done. It's completely filmed live in my studio on my A10 Mini Extreme, just so you guys know what's going on. But there is Jimmy right there, Quentin Tarantino. The writer, the director, the myth, the man, the legend himself. 5 licensed songs from the film's classic soundtrack. By the way, Quentin Tarantino has the most amazing songs in his movies. Just to name 2 off right now, obviously Pulp Fiction, clearly no one's going to deny that, but Kill Bill Volume 1. Volume 2 was okay too, but Kill Bill Volume 1. Fantastic! I mean, absolutely incredible soundtrack. I own the soundtrack and I've played it a few times. Well, probably only a few times over the years. I probably should have just downloaded it online, but I actually wanted the physical CD. And fantastic music in that movie. And it just makes me think that if now Pulp Fiction is a game, could Kill Bill be Kill Bill 1 and 2? Let's not let it be Jersey Jack Pinball with Toy Story 4, right? Let's not make it specific, okay? Let's keep the options open to have multiple different movies in one game, all right? Damn you, Pixar. Damn you, Pixar. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely incredible to have the songs from Kill Bill 1 and 2 in a Kill Bill machine. Hopefully it happens someday. Now that Harvey Weinstein's behind in jail, maybe Miramax could be a little more open and release the theme for Kill Bill. What do you reckon? I don't know. Apparently there's 3 different themes. There's 3 different games. This one right here on the far left has a normal looking coin door. And if I'm looking at that correctly, it looks like the start button. The start button is actually where it's supposed to be on this particular machine, whereas the 2 others have the start button on the old-fashioned money plate. What do you call that machine? What do you call that thing? I don't really know. I actually bought one of those plates. I bought, when I was building my own custom game, Twilight Zone wide body, but with Breaking Bad in mind, I bought one of those. I can't remember the name of it right now. The coin door. I bought the coin door and installed it in my game. I'm literally looking at it right now. So that was cool. I have some experience building that, but that's interesting. If you did want a newer style coin door and the start button where it's supposed to be, let's face it, where it's supposed to be, you can, by the looks of it, in that situation. That's interesting. What are the prices going to be? Is there going to be a website that tells me these things? Gosh, I hope so. Scroll down a bit more. Trying to move my fingers on the screen. I'm literally doing this like I'm Tom Cruise in the Minority Report, you know, roop, roop, stuff like that. Roop, roop. Has anyone seen Minority Report? I watched it a couple of months ago, and it's like a 20-year-old movie kind of thing. The visuals don't hold up. I'm just saying, Minority Report, the visuals don't hold up. The same can't be said about my favorite movie of all time, which is Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Fan-fucking-tastic film. I've seen that movie like probably 50 times, no joke, over the years of being a child to now. Just fantastic film. There's more in-depth a photograph of this coin door. It's the old-fashioned style coin door with the button right there. So if this game is in public, people will obviously, the general public that are playing this game will have a hard time finding the start button, because as we know, people that play pinball, people that know pinball, know that the general public usually have a bad fucking time working out where the start button is, because most people don't even know there is a start button. Unfortunately, people need to learn. Pinball is awesome. There we go, some more information on that. So the extended warranty for the limited edition has 24 months as opposed to 12 months, or is that right? Not really sure. Mechanics are 12 months, electronics are 24 months. That's interesting. All right, there we go. We officially have the prices for anyone who's interested. And these are the 3 actual games. First one, Pulp Fiction Special Edition. DBV ready. I'm not too sure what that means, but there you go. That's going to have the coin door that most of us are used to, right? And of course, Pulp Fiction Special Edition in the middle. Those are the prices. The first one's got 8,000, basically 8,000 American dollars. Zooming out a little so we can see what's going on there. 8,000, 8,000, 9,500. Interesting. So for $1,500 more, I'll remove my face so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. For $1,500 more, you're getting a topper and some extra better speakers and stuff like that. So there we go. That's interesting. So, okay, so the other 2 have warranty for 6 months for mechanics, whereas this one has 12 months. The electronics is 12 months for these 2, whereas the most expensive one has 24 months. So that's really good, I guess. And there's the Pulp Fiction feature matrix for anyone who's interested. We've already seen that, haven't we? Yeah, look, great looking game. Not really 100% keen on the whole oldish vibe. I wish it had more modernish looks to it. But that's just me. Having said that, I do appreciate what it is, and I do think it's a great game. And in my opinion, I mean, Chicago Gaming Company are clearly, in my opinion, going to be selling a lot of these. Who wouldn't buy it if you had the money? What do you guys think about that situation? If you like this video, we're making videos about technology reviews, unboxing reviews, pinball news, and all in between. I hope you guys liked the video. I've been told my name's Gareth, and I'll see you for the next video. Potentially pinball related, because they're all coming out now. I'll see you later. Bye.